Yo, what is up, guys? Prodigy Nelson here, and I know you guys missed the series Problems with Prodigy, but this one's gonna be short because I got a tip from a subscriber that you really only liked 5-minute videos anyway. So I'm gonna not paraphrase this one because I've done this one a bunch of times and I'm really crappy at paraphrasing it. So I'm gonna try my best to include the problem and my advice to it at the same time. This is from the standpoint of a girl and her boyfriend's unmotivated, and you'll get the gist. We've been together for about a year, and when I first met him, he was far more motivated. We're both writers, and at the time, I was too scared to actually start performing my work in front of people. With his encouragement, I finally overcame that hurdle. He was given an award, him being the boyfriend, for his writing from a well-known author and was doing well, but ever since he graduated, he's stopped writing pretty much, and he's working at a part-time retail job. Meanwhile, I, the girl, have... Ew, that was gross. Sorry, I burped. I have had some of my work published and got a graduate job a few weeks after leaving the university. Since then, I've been promoted and really enjoy what I'm doing, even though it can be stressful sometimes, tight deadlines. Meanwhile, my boyfriend's job is so relaxing, he can literally serve a customer every so often but get through a few books in a week while at work. He'll say, I've just finished book 4, meanwhile I'm working a super tight deadline. It's starting to irk me. Secondly, since last year, we've been discussing moving in together at the end of this year, but while I'm trying to save a bit, he really just lives hand to mouth and can't save any money. I talked to him about my concerns, and he said he's never really been driven by money. I'm not necessarily either, but I would like us to be able to go on trips and for nice dinners without worrying about it. But the main issue just now is that sometimes I'll have a taxing day mentally at work, and I want to come home to a relaxing dinner with him because he has not had a taxing day. He wants to talk in depth about all these heavy topics, which I find draining. When I spoke about that, he made a snipe about how he'd rather have a laid-back job during the day if it meant having engaging conversations with his girlfriend at night. He has a degree but will not use it. He starts and stops cover letters and starts and stops ideas for novels. Comes up with every excuse under the sun why he can't write. It's all rubbish, I'm not a writer, etc., even when I try to be encouraging and tell him how talented he is. I've also found this affecting my sexual attraction towards him. If I could help him, I would. Is this likely to be a lost cause, or might he get there eventually? Thanks. Whew! Alright, that was a bit of a mouthful. However, one thing, I don't mean to say this is like funny, it's just like funny in an interesting way that you're coming to a 16-year-old for life advice, you know. I don't know. Anyway, let me get right into it. He's most likely going to be the guy that's not driven by money and is going to be more nonchalant for the rest of his life because, you know, that's just the way he's wired. Obviously, he is more of a laid-back person, which you discussed, and if it's affecting your sexual attraction towards him, if it's to that point, I think you need to have an in-depth conversation with him about everything, because this could cause to a breakup almost. If you're gonna disagree like this, you don't want to move in with this man and, you know, dedicate your life to this man and then marry him or something along those lines. If 60 years down the road, you're going to be financially unstable, and that's going to cause problems. So if I were you, I would definitely, you know, talk to him about the situation and say, hey, look, this has been on my mind. I want to be straightforward with you. I want to tell you, you know, I want to be transparent with this relationship so I don't have to hide anything and just harbor feelings and, you know, have this go way worse than it could have gone because, you know, I didn't want to discuss it with you. So I would definitely talk this out with him. If it's I keep going back to sexual attraction. I feel like that's just because I'm 16 and that's pretty much all I think about. But if it's gotten to the point where it's affecting your sexual attraction to the guy because of your, you know, emotional disconnect, firstly, obviously, you're not shallow just because of that. Either that or it's like a subconscious thing for your body saying, get away from him, you know, he's a waste of time, I don't know. But I would definitely talk him out with this and talk this out with him and, you know, tell him, be like, look, you know, this has been going on. I'm really doubting everything and I love you, blah, blah, blah. I want to move in with you, but you need to fix this with your life. So although I want to do this problem because although not many of my subscribers will be dealing with this, I want to give you a life lesson. I don't want to give you a life lesson. Anyway, I want to tell you guys that are watching this, you know, be transparent in any relationship, because lying and harboring feelings is only gonna go sour. What's the point in lying if that it out of everything, it's like the one person you're supposed to trust, and you're not being straight with them. So I would definitely be transparent in every single one of your relationships. Kind of poor example, but right now, I'm in this thing with the girl, and she was heavily hinting at a relationship, and I was heavily hinting at not wanting one. It came to the point where in one of our conversations, it was sort of the point where like we were discussing each other but not actually saying it. So I was saying, oh, I'm so bad at relationships, or I forget what the exact situation was, but she's like, I have a friend who likes this guy, but he doesn't want a relationship. They're both really bad at it. What do you think would happen if it was sort of like an advice thing, but sort of like this is our situation. Like, I like you, I want to date you, but you don't want to date me. Like, what do I do? So I have been nothing but transparent. Like, I sound like a cocky d-bag here, but I've been nothing but transparent with her, and that's just because. Oh, hold on. Let me clarify a little more. I've told her, I don't want a relationship with you. I think you're attractive. I would enjoy, I don't want to say sexual relations, but I would enjoy, messing around with you, because it's the summer. I'm going to mess around with other girls. This happens. I wouldn't want to have to break up with you for another girl in the summer. And that's just the way I'm going right now. And if you don't want to do that, I'm sorry. This is not going to work out. And she was slightly more than miffed, as you can understand. But overall, she was grateful that I wasn't going to play her. And you don't want the reputation as a douchebag. And I sound like an overconfident d-bag. Like, oh, look what I did. I'm transparent. But honesty is the best policy. And that's what I would do in every situation for the rest of your life. Just, an example from my life. I'm being honest, and it worked out for the best. If I wasn't honest, maybe I wouldn't have been able to get with this girl on multiple occasions. But since I was honest, maybe she respects that, and she'll see what happens in the future. And I don't know, just an example from my own life and how being honest helps you out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, drop a like, because if I get like good ratings and good views, it'll motivate me to keep wanting to do YouTube. So, I missed this a little bit, tiny amount. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and have a nice night. I'm out. Peace.